I think one of the difficulties that we have is how we define the far right. In fact, when we say the far right didn't do that well, that's because we leave out parties that could very well be on the far right. What's happening in Hungary or in Poland, I think, is part of the picture. We cannot just focus on France and Britain and Italy, because that's the most visible part. In fact, the boundaries between far right and right are not very clear. Why should Orban go one way or the other? It depends. It's strategy. So, in fact, what is winning at the moment is the ideas of the far right. It's not just the parties. So we can very well say, well, they're not doing that well. They're not managing to have alliances, et cetera, et cetera. Yes. But who's winning the game?
Is that the right then moving further towards
Yes.
the far right?
Yes, I think basically that's what's been happening, with a few exceptions. And the exceptions are important. I mean, look at Spain, for example, because what it reveals is that when you have alternative strategies, then you can have alternative results. On the contrary, I think that the case of France is very illuminating. Rhetorically, Macron says, on the one hand, there's the far right, on the other hand, there's me. In practice, his policies on immigration or his basically his stance on rights hasn't demonstrated that there's a clear opposition between the two. And so, in fact, when there's no clear opposition between the far right and other parties, well, the far right wins. Look at what happened in Germany. Germany basically managed to keep the far right to a limited level because there was a consistent policy on the part of Merkel to avoid far right rhetorics and policies.